Good morning. Today we are going to read the last lesson. Paradox is there on the title, the last lesson, because this is the first lesson. The last lesson is the first lesson of class 12th. This is based on language, importance of language and language loyalty. How a language is being imposed on some of the nation, it is being described in it. Its historical background is very important. In 1870 to 71, Franco-Prussian War took place. In that Franco-Prussian, Prussia defeated France. Nowadays, that Prussia is Germany, Poland, and a part of Austria. At that time, it was Prussia. Two districts of France was captured, and there German language was imposed in place of French. On this event, this story has been written by the French story writer and novelist Alphonse Daudet. Today we are going to read the main theme of the lesson, the last lesson. Last lesson because the French teacher M. Hamel's last lesson is there. The narrator of this story is a schoolboy. His name is Franz. He goes to school every day, but he is unable to understand anything about French language. Today, he was going very late. An idea came to his mind that to stay outside school. German soldiers were there in the back of sawmill. They were drilling. It was attractive for him to watch. Birds were chirping on the trees. But he resisted the attraction of these things and reached at bulletin board, that is notice board. He saw a big crowd. All the bad news had come on that bulletin board the whole year. Waiter, the blacksmith, called after him, "Don't run fast, Bob. You have enough time." But he thought that he is making fun of him. So he reached very soon. He saw the environment of the school was quite different. It was quite like Sunday morning. No sound was there. In all other days, usual sound of children was seen. Closing and opening of box and lessons repeated in unison. It was usual sound, but it was just like Sunday morning today. He glanced the teacher also. He was in different uniform today. He wore green shirt, frilled shirt, green coat and embroidered cap. And always sitting, he was afraid to enter in the classroom. But as the teacher saw him, he called him to take his seat and said he had started without him. He reached there and observed that some of the villagers were also sitting in the back benches of the classroom. Usually, those benches were vacant in all other days. Then the teacher mounted the chair. It means sat on the chair and started his class. First he said, "This is the last lesson. From next day, German teacher will come and he will teach German in place of French." The narrator understood what was the reason of these changes in the school and why was big crowd on the bulletin board. He was thinking that the tension of learning participle and other grammatical things is no more now. No more chiding, no more beating, and so on. He had not good thought about the teacher. But today his concept changes. The teacher says that this is the last lesson, as Russia had stopped learning of French language there, and as he is thinking all about it, his chance of speaking participle came. Today the task was there to speak on participle, and he could not learn even a word of it. He stood and spoke no words. He had not learned anything. The teacher said that he would not chide that day, and made him understand where he had come. Every day they thought the work will be done tomorrow, but that tomorrow had never come to his life. And parents were also responsible for not learning him. They sent them to work to earn a little more, and the teacher also made himself responsible for not learning French language. He was very sorry, and he said they had come. Whenever he wanted to go for fishing, he gave holidays. So he was sorry. Now that the time is no more, from next day German is to be taught, so he is very sorry. So made him understand the importance of French language. He said, French is the most beautiful language in the world, most logical. One very important statement appealed everyone. When people are enslaved, as long as they hold fast to their language, it is as if they had the key to their prison. It means when a people means a nation. When people are enslaved, means become slave, and as long as they keep fast to their language, that language becomes the key to come out of the slavery. This statement appeals everyone, and from one thing to another thing he started telling about the language, and the narrator began to think over it. Then there was a work of writing. The teacher wrote very beautifully on the board, France, Alsace, France, Alsace, France, Alsace. All had to copy it off. All started writing, and no words were there anywhere. No sound was seen. No sound was heard. And it looked like just like flags floating everywhere on every benches. Only the scratching of pen was heard. No other sound was there. At the same time, cooing of pigeon is being heard on the terrace. And the narrator, little French, thought over it and said, will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? It means he has also a deep thinking about the language today. He is very sorry that he could not learn. Today he understood every word of his teacher. Today he thought that pigeons are there. This statement indicates that One can rule over the territory, but one cannot rule over the mind of somebody. So he is not ready to accept the slavery, that they will win over them, that German language is being imposed on them. So he is watching the teacher. That teacher is very sad. He sometimes fixes over the trace, pen, on wall, everywhere. He wanted to fix in his mind every aspect of the school. During the 40 years of his service, he saw the creeper plants leading towards the windows. He is very sad today. One after another, he saw everything. Then there was a lesson of history, and then writing work was there, and he made sound ba, be, boo, be, etc. All the children repeated whatever the teacher said. At last, he heard the sound of packing of the trunk above the terrace. His sister was packing everything, and Angelus, means the bell of church, struck 12, and he thought the time is over. So he write in big letter, Vive la France, means long live France. And his throat choked, he could not speak. So by gesture, he indicated the students to leave the class, and the class is finished. Now, we have to see what does this last lesson say. The last lesson indicates the importance of language. When a language is being imposed on some of the regions, some of the places, this is an indication that the people are slaves. They have no right to speak their own language. Similar cases have been shown in the history. India, and like India, so many other countries are there where people have to face such situation. Other language, the ruler's language is being imposed and people have to learn it. But even after learning, at that time people could not think about it. Later on they came to know what is the meaning of imposing a language, how language indicates slavery. What is the importance of mother tongue? Mother tongue is very important for everyone. This lesson gives us a big message of on mother tongue. We have also to respect our own mother tongue, that is Hindi. Later on in another video, I am going to tell you about questions related to it and its answers, and then you will follow what will be the important questions and what are the its answers. Thank you very much. If you have some of the dot in it, if you could not understand, if you have some of the dot, write something, make questions on the comment box. I will try to answer you. I will give the solution in another video, and its answer will be given followed by some of the questions and its answers also. Thank you very much.